Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. I love this retirement calculator, period. I use it all the time. It's from FINRA. They do a great job. They're the financial arm of the securities industry. They put together a lot of fantastic tools. This is a retirement calculator, and perhaps I've shown it in other videos. If not, I'll have a link below. But here, it's just a simple retirement calculator, or for that means any type of long-term savings. You can change this and adapt it to whatever you want. You're going to see perhaps in some of my videos, I was using the food away from home as one example. And people, this is a scary fact. I don't go to restaurants. I can count probably the number of times I go to restaurants per year, and it's once, maybe twice. I don't do restaurants. I don't like the environment. I don't like the setting. And mostly I don't like the ridiculous cost. I mean, it's just ridiculous for pancakes and eggs. I've seen some bills, and it's just sickening. Yeah, I can do the social thing, but really, you can do it for a lot less and focus on your retirement than wasting it on food. Your digestive tract doesn't really care if you're spending $60 on a steak as opposed to going over to the store and buying the same thing for $6. You get the point. Here is some inputs that you're going to use. I was using the $450 a year that people spend per person away from home at restaurants, Starbucks, Chipotle. You get the idea. So if we take this, let's say you have zero saving. Let's say you're 20 years old. Look, there's no way I'm going to nudge somebody who's 40 years old. You're going, oh, Williams, shut up. Stop preaching. This is focused on the younger crowd where I can nudge a little bit. Let's say you have that $450 that you're spending. Take 200 of that. And then how much money will you need after taxes each year to cover all your living expense? Let's say you're living high on the hog. You want 10 grand. Then what is the annual income you expect to receive from other sources? Let's say zero. Will this income be taxed in retirement? Well, yeah. Current age? Well, let's go 20. And because you're 20, you probably won't have a chance to retire until at least 70. And then withdrawal age? This is just a general number, 86. And then your inflation rate is generally about 2.5%. And your current tax rate, it's going to be 20, 22. Let's go retirement tax rate. Let's go 20, 23, and 23. Assumed average annual return, I'm going to go 12.5%. And here is where people are going, oh, what are you talking about? Where are you going to get 12.5%? Which type of account you'll have primary retirement savings? Let's say it's a Roth IRA, just for simplicity. And adjust deposits for inflation. We won't even focus on that. And then we're going to calculate. And you'll need to invest $92 annually in post-tax dollars until your retirement to meet your retirement income goal. The estimate is based on your desired after-tax retirement income, 10 grand, that you entered above. It takes into account your current retirement savings, your total account value, which you'll reach at $307,000, based on total contributions of $6,000, et cetera, et cetera. It's that simple, all right? Now, this is only one source. Keep that in mind. I'm not saying you're not contributing elsewhere, but if you just put that small amount into something, now that something could be the stock market. Now, there are a lot of people out there going, 12% return. Well, let me show you what the truth is. You know, I said this is frugal finance. Well, here's the finance part of it. And I listen to the crap on the internet. And there's some guy who always saying gold is the only answer. You know, pooey. Here's a long term from 1928 to 2023. I haven't updated this. I should. I will at some point in time. But here's the arithmetic average historical returns from 1928 to 2023. 11.66%. The S&P 500. You want to argue? The numbers are stating the facts. Here it is, 1974 to 2023, 12.54, and from 2014 to 2023, 12.98%. So for those of you who want to talk out your butt about how gold is a better investment, well, sorry to say, long-term, 1928 to 2023, gold's long-term return, 6.55%. 74 to 2023, 8.36%. 2014 to 2023, 6.12%. Okay. Then you can look at 3-month treasury bonds, corporate bonds, and real estate. By far, the leading industry is the S&P 500. Okay. Now, prior to 71, gold prices were fixed with the gold standard in place. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind if you want to do some apples to apples comparison. Now, people are going to go, well, gold's gone up through the roof over the last 2 years. Fine. Argue what you want. But my discussion here is long term. Take a look. Pull up this information yourself. Do the math yourself. There's a lot of resources that allow you to pull up all this information. This is probably from Capital IQ. I get this information from Oswald Damodaran. He is probably one of the most influential but less recognized specialists. He's a professor at NYU. He focuses on valuation. They call him the Dean of Valuation. He shows up on CNBC from time to time, and he provides a ton of information for free. Check out his website at damodaran.com. And he has probably 9 different books. They're all fantastic books. But this is information from him, and he's unbiased. He's just pointing out the facts. And here are the facts. Bottom line, in my example, I just use one of many different investment approaches for retirement. You can change this, adapt it any way you want, but this is just one means. If you just divert part of that money that you're wasting at restaurants and put it into something long term, well, that's going to turn out to crank out to over $300,000. That's just one of many different avenues for you to set up your retirement. Comment, let me know where you are, whether you think Social Security is going to be your nest egg. I wouldn't rely on Social Security for anything. Let me know if you're throwing everything you can into, or after-tax money, into a Roth program or into an IRA, or if you're self-employed, into a SEP IRA. Comment, let me know what you think. This is a great tool. I'll leave a link below. Again, I went through this rather quickly, but experiment. You can see there's a lot of different functions here. Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Thanks for watching. Hope that helped. See you soon.